Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the 8 regions of Westeros again. Sorry I've cut the start of this off. It seems like I was sitting in a lobby which never worked and nothing refreshed. I took a screenshot for Miha just so you can see that I wasn't talking shit. Not that I would anyway, but we have Evzen playing Tyrell Aloof and colonialbob, otherwise known as Colin, playing Lannister Conclave. So, Tyrell Aloof, I don't know what the scores are. I think Francisco posted them earlier. And I think Francisco is actually Regent? Maybe. I'm not sure who is Regent. So yeah, not sure about that one. Guess we'll see. Guess I'll check soon. But let's look at the boards. We've got Late Summer Feast by Tyrell Aloof. Gonna have lots of ability to bring stuff out, but didn't really seem to. Played a Tinder Marge, played a Red Wine Straits, and whatever this dude is called, Goyard Morrigan. Great. And yeah. And we've got Lannister Conclave, so we've got Pylos, a red cloak, and the Hound, along with a small council chamber. So we'll probably be going to see some intriguing things. Very intriguing. Right, so Tyrell's the first player. We've got him going in for Intrigue Challenge. Wins it, gives away a card, discards Crescent. Well, that isn't so strange, is it? I'm assuming all the audio is coming through. Okay. So, Power Challenge by Pylos with the stealth seems sensible. Takes away that free power that Evzen had. Not losing anything from that. Doesn't seem like he's going to win an intrigue challenge to get power on the small council chamber, but a military should be doable. We're doing the conclave thing. Okay, claim. I do believe colonialbob, aka Colin, is a recent returnee to the game. I know he was a rules man back in the day, and now it seems he is back. Oh, it was Evzen who was slow playing there. Absolutely disgusting behaviour. And there's me just about to blame it on Colin. Sorry, Colin. Wasn't you after all. Is it me or am I a bit echoey in here? What's going on? Why is it echoey? Maybe I'll open the door. Is that any better? Maybe. So hopefully there won't be some small children running in here and taking over the commentary. Although they might be a bit more entertaining than me on my own. Perhaps even Rebecca will come and join for 5 minutes and provide you with some witty repartee and mad banter. Not likely though. Alright, so we have end of round 1, Evzen with 1 power and colonialbob on 3 power. Oh, Varys, it's that Varys. So a champ card from Sebastian Eckel. That Varys is in the deck. So we can see on the screen there, bestow 2 stealth and does some Iron Throne like things for phase. I like the, if you play scheme, he can top himself up just one more time. So round 2, what would I expect here? I guess Tyrell, they can play anything from Warden to the South, any summer plot I would imagine they like to play. I don't think he's playing the Arbor Vineyards here. Probably just good things. So there's no reliance on Floydos to have summer plots. And as for Lannister Conclave, it doesn't seem to be the pillage conclave that we've seen a lot in the UK. So it does seem to be intrigue focused. Of course, we've got Pythel in there. I think he was. No, it was Creston. Creston was discarded for intrigue claim. I don't know if the new Grandmaster Pythel is out. That's an interesting idea. Got some real consideration here for your next plot, Floydos. And he's gone with Chivalry of the South. Now, for those of you who are unaware with Chivalry of the South, it's that Tyrell loyal summer plot with an interrupt when a challenge ends in which there are no participating characters gain 2 power for your faction. And you can limit that 3 times around. That can be strong. Of course, you have to invest into doing that. And he doesn't have any clear ways of doing that on the board. There's no, for example, High Garden. There are cards like Wall of Roses and Peach Offers and stuff like that. Right, so Colin is the first player, collecting 9 gold. And he's used his King's Road as well, which means he's going to spend a lot of money, which means he's going to get going. Okay, so we've got Cersei, a way to protect her from Valar Morghulis. Gold mine for a little bit more econ. So I don't see many tricks here from Colin. It seems to be fairly straightforward. Playing to the board kind of game, and using the conclave to get the cards you want and need for the time. And I can imagine that Floydos maybe is a little bit more tricky. If he's playing Chivalry of the South, he must be playing some remove from challenge shenanigans. So he has the Varys. Okay, I guess this is quite a fairly cheap Varys. Also to die for Tinder Marge. Yeah. So once Varys dies, you can upgrade him to a bigger and better Varys. So I wonder if that Varys is going to get used in this challenges phase to stop, I don't know, something that he's scared of. So Cersei blank for Nightmares seems like a good play. He's only got 1 gold. If you want to actually trigger the interrupt on the plot, maybe that he just played it for the gold, although I can't imagine why that would be a big issue. But who knows? Oh, the chat disabled, is it? I'll have to figure out a way to undisable that. I am actually setting up a second monitor in my office over the next couple of days, so it's going to be a lot easier to stream and spectate on one screen and then just open up the chat and have it on another screen. Much better for communication with my 3 loyal followers. Alright, a Chump Red challenge, not defended, so I guess Ev's going to want to do a military challenge back. So I guess he's going to kill a Chud here. Old Town Informer, claim Jackie. That's showing some extraordinary faith on his garden caretakers. Either he likes the power icon or he likes the econ. Power for 3. He's going to stealth Marjorie. Sensible. because there doesn't seem to be a way to defend that. But also Colin now has a way seemingly to defend military. Of course, I am expecting some offer of a peach, possibly this this round. Maybe if the Hound tries to defend military, who knows. That'd be really nice as a commentator to know what's in the Conclave, so we can effectively judge and critique, you know, the quality of the choices, but we never know. Maybe they should create a streamer only option in the Iron Throne, where streamer join, they get to see everything. But then that wouldn't be very good. You'd have to put it on a, you know, you could only record that and not stream it. Might be fun though. My mind is my weapon disappeared for Evson's Intrigue challenge. It's a good thing Varys has got stealth. He seems like an underwhelming body. He's paid 4 gold for a one-time blocker in a 1 phase and just 1 icon with 3 strength. But the stealth is good, and the ability to retop himself up is good. Neither plot that Floydos has played is a scheme, so it doesn't seem to be geared around Varys. What next? Red can be blocked unless you have a remove from challenge trick, and blue can also be blocked. So does he just quit? Of course, if he does the red and the Hound blocks, Colin has 7 in defense for power, which is still enough to win the power challenge. But of course, you might want to do it because at the moment Colin will be giving him cards. He is over reserved though, so it's always a question. Would you prefer to keep drawing the cards even though you're over reserved, so you can then cherry pick the best one and get rid of the less good ones for this matchup, and also thin your deck out at the same time, or do you just not draw? Alright, we've gone power for 5. Yeah, I wonder. Like, would it have been better to also commit the Garden Caretaker there for 6 strength to force 2 to defend? But then that's just really pulling Kerwin into the challenge as well, I guess. Okay, we have a trick. We have Renly's Ride. There we go. They're going to intimidate poor Maester Kerwin. He didn't have a lot of luck, did he? Poor Kerwin. And called it there. No military challenge. That's interesting. Oh, hello.
I love you, Daddy.
Oh, thank you. You brought me a cake. What's that all over your face?
Chocolate.
I'm just dreaming again. I'm talking into my microphone.
Mummy, can you have my apple?
Yeah, she brought me a cake. Guess I'm going to eat the cake now. Fresh and warm. So, Colin played Outwit, fearing potentially some reset. Instead, got countered with the first Snow of Winter, which will not be cancelable because it only cancels when revealed abilities, and this is the 4th reaction. But Varys has got topped up from the skin. Very nice. And we will carry on. Sorry about that. Eating cake. dupe homage seems good. I mean, I'm very interested in the first no play with plenty of first noble characters. Still haven't used his aloof reduction so far. We've got Garland, so you can have 3 characters and a duplicate. Safe from the snow. Colin's not going to have a lot of money. Only 4. You could just keep the Hound in hand and bounce him in if he doesn't have a 4-coster. And Everton, he's only going to get to, what, 5 strength? Yeah, if you discard that 5 strength. So the Hound can win the military. So Colin should probably jump the Hound in to defend the military challenge. But yeah, Tyrell have tricks. There's got to be some removed from challenge tricks, surely. Well, let's see. So military for 4, going to force the Hound to come out and defend. Might be worth keeping him on the board, given that his reserve is 5 and he has 7 cards in hand. But the random discard is always a bit scary. Brienne the Blue, unfortunate for Colin. That means he's going to win the military challenge, and he will probably have to give some serious consideration to killing the Hound. I mean, you could kill Pyloff because Cersei's going to do multiple challenges, you'd have to think. And that military icon might come in handy. He's going to kill the Hound. Keeps his standing character because he wants to ensure that he can push through a challenge. That intrigue coming through probably from Orton, because Cersei's unlikely to want to kneel for it. And then that will give Colin an intrigue and a power challenge back, assuming Floydos doesn't do a power challenge. Because he can win the intrigue on defense if he uses Garland, but then he has no chance winning the power on defense, so maybe he would prefer to just do a power challenge and push the game forward a bit quicker. He does seem to be in a stronger position econ-wise and board state-wise, but Cersei can go quick. Okay, we've got intrigue or both. Okay, I imagine it'll be unopposed. It is unopposed. We're going to stand and remove someone from a challenge. I was gonna say, why is he leaving play, man? What's going on? Surely there's... here we go. Behold our bounty. That's not showing up on the thing yet. Because it is cancelled, so there's no increased claim. There you go. The order on the chat is a little bit confusing. showing Orton, or showing the spy coming in, then Orton leaving, and then the event that caused it actually in the discard pile. Okay. Cersei blank again. Nightmare for the second round. These events must be a pain in the ass for Colin. You know, we've had 2 nightmares. We've had a Behold Our Bounty. We've had Brienne the Blue. We've had Lord Venley's Wide. So wait, is that the same nightmare? Is that because of Orton shenanigans? Who knows? Yeah, it must have been. Must have done that earlier in marshalling. Yeah, he did. Did it in marshalling. Cool. So Bob wins a intrigue challenge. That makes sense. Win the power challenge as well with Pylos also makes sense. So you've got the unopposed for both. Intrigue claim. He's got power on the small council chamber. Okay, so that is the end of round 3. Bob is now on 10 powers because the card was discarded to reserve, and Floydos is on 7. So, you know, Colonial Bob got a fair bit of power behind him despite seeming to be behind. I guess Floydos having to go first opted to kneel out instead of defend, and that's given Colin the opportunity to get unopposed powers in addition to other. Floydos played Old Town Roulette and lost. He knows he's going to get a high tower and he doesn't need it. So plots now. Resets don't do a lot, so I expect something constructive, probably from both players. So a close call from Floydos. He brings Jackie into discard pile to draw a card because Colin has not played a winter plot. He has played Gym plot. So battle on the green fork. After you win a challenge of the attacking player, raise the claim value on Battle of the Green Fork by 1 until the end of the phase. Yeah, this is a nice plot. I like this a lot. Potentially 3 claim in your 3rd challenge, but only if the opponent has let you win the other 2. I mean, you have to essentially win all 3 challenges to be able to get that 3 claim off. So yeah, not as busted as people might think it seems, but someone will probably break it. Okay, so you've got a dupe on Cersei, a Bronn for a save, 2 gold on Bronn, but now, Marshall for 2, 1 gold bestowed on Bronn for 2 strength. Whereas Everton brings out Randall, a Chud, and Orton comes back. Casterly Rock also marshalled on the Lannister side, and I imagine he got that Nightmares coming back. Because Nightmares and Cersei with 2 intrigues and the small council chamber, while your opponent's on 10 power, seems important. So, if nothing, it would delay the game another plot for him, whilst he can accrue his own power on his 2-3 renowned characters. Looking close, but I still think Tyrell had the edge. I always, when you hear faction loyalists talk about their faction, I feel like Tyrell players always downplay the strength of their faction, and definitely accentuate the strength of the other faction. But I think a lot of loyalists do that anyway to some extent. Okay, a Wall of Roses. So Colin initiated an intrigue for 6. Yeah, so she wasn't Nightmares, which is interesting. but he did play a Wall of Roses to stand them and remove her from the challenge. Yeah. Okay. And Nightmares in Casterly Rock, so there's no more intrigue challenges. I was just going to ask why he didn't Nightmares her, but that was his reasoning. Okay, so that challenge will fizzle. What's next? Nothing next. I'm going to sit on it. Okay, opting to defend. Knows he can't really win a power challenge without opening himself up to 3 challenges on the backswing. Just going to block unopposed. Okay, he's probably not going to... does he discard a Cersei dupe here? Or does he just remove the gold from Bronn? He chose to remove the gold. Bronn is 0 strength now. There we go. Intrigue for 7. So Cersei can oppose it. No guarantee to win it with the Tyrell 1 cost event that bump strength. Doesn't even oppose, saving himself for the power challenge. Randall standing can do a power of 10. Going to win the power challenge. Probably going to chump block unless fears a win by 5. Surely, we've seen his hand. He doesn't run. Well, he doesn't have superior claim or anything like that. And we end round 4 with 13 to 10. Now you'd have to think about Valar Dohaeris coming from the Lannister side. Keep Pylos and Cersei, get rid of Bronn, who's 0 strength anyway, and do some damage to that renown on the Tyrell board. Orton's going to leave play, which means something. You can put something else in. Now here comes the VD, and at the Tower of Joy, which doesn't do anything to VD, I don't think. No, that cannot be killed. Okay, still 11 to 11 because Randall has pride for the agenda. I guarantee that's something I'll never ever remember in a real life tournament. Guaranteed. Yeah, good choice. Discarding healing expertise to draw something else doesn't seem to be a very likely play imminently. With the duped Cersei on the board. So card and shadows, Kerwin back. And that's it. I think Colin would just really like one round to be able to use Cersei, and if he can get that round he can accrue some power quickly. I mean, it'll be 4 power if he just gets to use her twice and wins, because 2 from the small council chamber and the 2 for her reaction. Okay, Randall can been a challenge multiple times because he can be stood with the crown of golden roses. So Floydos has 9 for intrigue. He can oppose. But the problem is, even if he does oppose, he's still going to lose the second one. Unless he has tricks. So yeah, 2 more power for the Lannister player. Can he close out? Because he has no gold. And I can't see a way. So I think he really needed to win one of those challenges. But even then, I don't think he can get past Pylos, Delting Randy, Pylos and Kerwin will probably beat Garland. It's game over. Lanny has closed it out. I did not see that coming. Well done, Colin. Unlucky, Evson. Yeah, that was interesting. Thanks to both of our players for playing in such a sporting manner in swift amounts of time. And I guess I'm going to go now and look after the little monsters. So, without further ado,